We're back. Finally got to another day in the Wolf Den. Yeah, a lot has gone down. I am by myself today. No guests because I haven't managed to find one. That worked out with the time. So at least one that I haven't already booked. So I am happy to do this all by myself. Uh, Let's light it up. AJ Lee is back after 10 long years. Uh wow, that was a big moment. That was very huge. She had quite a huge bob. Um and like rightfully so because like her returning is a huge deal. Of course, it obviously was going to be, but there is the matter of what's it called? She's come back and she has confronted Becky Lynch and Seth Rollins, but mainly Becky Lynch. Um, and now she came on Raw to set up the match. We have Seth Rollins and Becky Lynch versus AJ Lee and CM Punk, which honestly is the only thing carrying this pay per view, but we'll get to that. So I am very excited, very happy that AJ Lee is back after 10 long years. It's been a long time coming. The thing I wanted to discuss primarily is what's it called? The thing I wanted to primarily discuss is that my concern is that WWE is going to be like, okay, we did this amazing thing. We brought AJ Lee back. Now we're gonna get the what's it called? The foot off the gas, and we're gonna do garbage booking decisions and cover behind AJ Lee. I am very concerned that they are going to just sort of hide behind the fact that they brought back AJ Lee to justify their terrible booking decision. So the question is WWE finally saved and watchable now that AJ Lee is back, brought back excitement? No. The answer is no. I'm sorry, despite this incredible thing, I have very much been finding it a chore to watch WWE. SmackDown has been awful. Like the AJ Lee coming back was basically the only reason I was tuning into SmackDown. And unfortunately, on this very same show, they brought back Piss Lover Brock Lesnar. But I digress. SmackDown has been it is in a state. Hey, thoughts. Glad that you're here. We just got to the point that SmackDown, despite AJ Lee coming back, that one SmackDown, besides that, SmackDown has been one of the in a state where it's one of the worst I have ever seen. Except for maybe the tag team division, and they've kind of already started to step off uh the gas with that and kind of like letting it go. The Sami Zayn has the US title and is bringing back the US Open Challenge. Maybe that will bring a little bit of excitement to SmackDown. Um Raw has been not great. Their SmackDown, they're like in contrast to SmackDown, Raw's tag team division is non-existent. To the point that I genuinely think it's time to unify the tag titles again. AJ Lee, like this past Raw was good. Not even actually no, not even good. It was like fine. It was decent because mainly because of AJ Lee. We had good matches with Penta and Rusev and AJ Styles and winning against El Grande Americano, but Raw has just it feels like Raw is not fully at a good level. Like, at times, it's, like, hard to say. Raw is in a state where I don't feel like it doesn't feel like it's the A show, and yet the other show, SmackDown, is far worse. So, it's like, yeah, it's the A show by default. And then don't get me started on NXT. NXT has this is, in my opinion, possibly the worst year of NXT history. The fact that we're like starting to bury young talent now. Of course, they can rectify this. They can change direction, fix it. But like right now, AJ Lee is, but like the main topic of discussion is AJ Lee. AJ Lee is back. I'm very happy. I'm very thrilled, but I am not getting too much hopes up because from what I have seen, this year has still been very awful, and AJ Lee coming back is not enough to save it. You really need to keep going. You need to put her in proper storylines. Becky Lynch is incredible, is great to start with. You have Becky, you have this mixed tag match at WrestlePalooza. You go on and you have AJ Lee and Becky one on one. I would probably have AJ Lee take the women's IC title off Becky. And then you could have a feud with Bailey, or later on, as we head towards WrestleMania, you can do the match that is like a given, needs to happen: AJ Lee and Roxanne Perez. So I'm definitely hoping they do things right with AJ Lee. And I'm really hoping Rust hasn't gotten to her and that she can hang at least more than Nikki Bella, because yeah, Caution Paris was not good for Nikki Bella. And honestly, what's it called? Even the match with Asuka on Raw was not great. So I'm really hoping AJ Lee doesn't have any rust and can continue to prove that it's good that she's back and show us that she can belong, she can hang, and it's a pleasure to see her back, because I'll probably give her wiggle room for her first match. It is a tag team match. She can sort of lean on Punk. Um, but like if we get to like third, fourth match, singles match, especially, and she's not hanging, it would mean we'd have to cut her. But I don't think that will happen. I think AJ Lee has I mean AJ Lee has always been a better wrestler than Nikki Bella. I'm just gonna say that. So I don't think she'll have the problems of Nikki Bella, but yeah, AJ Lee coming back is a good thing. A very good thing, very happy, but it is not enough. And if you take your foot off the gas and just let things uh and just do whatever, just throw stuff on the wall and see what sticks, people are gonna tune out. Like, again, you need to do more good things, not just AJ Lee coming back. It might slightly save Raw, make Raw something worth watching, but you need something for SmackDown, because I'm sorry, Brock Lesnar is not going to make people want to watch SmackDown. The US Open challenges can be hit or miss. I'm sure it'll be more hits because it's Sami Zayn, but we need to push some more pieces forward. Uh, NXT, I don't know what you're gonna do to save NXT. That feels like a whole podcast episode by itself. I am very happy though that AJ Lee is back. Um, and again, there you have the roster to do plenty of feuds. You have a Bailey, you have Roxanne Perez, you have Becky Lynch that you're doing right now. You have what's it called? Even Asuka maybe. You have Rhea Ripley, you have Liv Morgan. Uh Even on the SmackDown side, you have Bianca Belair, you have Julia, you have Charlotte, you have Alexa. There are plenty of people. Uh, on back to Raw, you have Lyra Valkyria. There are plenty of people you can work with AJ Lee, and you should be working with AJ Lee and trying to push her towards being a major part of the division, which it does seem like that is the direction that they're going, rightfully so. Um, but right now we have to wait and see. I will say, had she not come back on SmackDown, if it was a swerve or whatever, and they did something else, they did something like funny. I don't know. I would have found it hilarious if they did Becky and Punk one on one, but the days of intergender matches are over. Um, but I'm just gonna say, if anyone else's theme popped up, if it was Rhea Ripley or Nikki Bella, I would have lost my mind. I probably would have been very I would have changed. I probably would have had people like not want to be friends with me anymore. I would have blown a gasket because like easiest layup. I hate it when it's like the easiest layups and they just be like, "No, we're gonna do this other opposite thing that nobody asked for." But I digress. Um, I can't be excited for WrestlePalooza because it the patterns that I have seen from WWE throughout this year makes it basically impossible. And like I said, AJ Lee and Punk versus Seth Rollins and Becky Lynch is the only thing carrying WrestlePalooza. What's it called? And before anyone gets off at me and says, "Oh, Io Sky and Stephanie McCourt," they've not even built it up. It's so predictable. Like, there's no way Stephanie is not winning because, like, they're definitely not giving it back to Io because if they do, why? Like, what are they gonna do with it? Like, you have the Kabuki Warrior storyline with Rhea Ripley. Like, basically, you cannot give the title to Io, especially given the atrocious war crime uh booking that of Io when she had that title. If honestly, she should not have a title if given the last time it happened. Stephanie should win. The Usos versus the Vision, like it sucks because it's like the Usos are the best tag team like of all time, and I can't get excited for this match because one, it's obvious the Usos are winning, and most likely Bronson Reed will take the pin again, and two, afterwards they have a they're like implying a potential Jey Uso heel turn. Like what are we doing? Why are to lead to an LA Knight and Jey Uso feud, and it's like even if the Usos don't win, if the Vision wins, or it's gonna be because of LA Knight. And if LA Knight comes in and we do LA Knight Jey Uso feud, like why? Nobody like turning Jey Uso heel is not the right move. Um and turning LA Knight heel is also not the right move. So like they're booking themselves in a corner. So and the main event the main event is unfortunately the worst match of the worst match of the weekend. I'm sorry, I'm saying it now. Worst match of the weekend. Um John Cena and Brock Lesnar. Nobody asked for this. It's going to be at least 20 minutes, which means it's going to be even worse. Um, I'm pretty sure the last Brock Lesnar and Cena match wasn't even that good. It was like okay or mid. Like again, that was back in like 2014, I'm pretty sure. If the last Cena and Lesnar match was not good, how is it 2025 uh Cena and Lesnar gonna be good? It won't be. It'll be awful. So again, AJ Lee being back, and that we only have 4 matches for WrestlePalooza, and right now there doesn't seem like a pathway to more. Uh, like maybe Cody comes back tonight and confronts Drew, and we get Cody and Drew miraculously, even though some Street Fighter filming is supposed to be done on WrestlePalooza day. I don't know. Right now, like I can't see a pathway to anything else. And then like it's Tiffany, Jade, and maybe Naya. It's like nobody cares. Nobody wants to see it. It's like WrestlePalooza. It's hard to get excited, despite an amazing mixed tag match involving the return of AJ Lee. It's hard to get excited because that could very well be the only good match of WrestlePalooza. Like, cause right now the way we have 4 out of the 4 matches that we have, they're probably going to have Io and Stephanie be cut for time, uh, which will ruin that match. Um, because like the Usos are coming back. It's so weird. It's very convoluted and it's hard to get excited. AJ Lee needs to look good. That's the primary concern for AJ Lee. I'm sure she will carry the pay-per-view alongside Punk and Seth and Becky, but she needs to look good, and they need to actually do more good thing, good booking, and good stuff. Because I am not kidding you. At times, I have genuinely questioned, is 2025 WWE worse than 2019? I have genuinely questioned it. It has felt that way. And I've even considered binging every episode of 2019 WWE just to check. That is the point where we're at, unfortunately. I've lost my faith, and um of course, I still do watch every week and do the content because I'm a content creator and I don't have anything else better to do. Um, so I need them to I want this to be a course correction. I want them to get going, but the way things are going, like we have 42 in Vegas, 43 in Saudi. Uh we and all this other stuff. Mello already looking better in NXT than he did at all in the main roster. Uh, it's a lot. It's a lot that we need to fix. There's like we need a full course correction with WWE. Uh, especially like Raw tag team division, especially like. Oh my god, the titles are not even being shown on TV, and that kind of annoys me, like, very immensely. Um, and that's why, like, this kind of thing with a move like this, with AJ Lee coming back, and that's why I've been saying, like, what's it called? That AEW has been better despite all the garbage that uh, stuff like the Death Riders, Daniel Garcia heel turn, uh, acclaimed turn, and not the impossible reunion. Like uh, acclaimed, they're messing up that, and Eddie Kingston and Big Bill and all this. The problem is with a move like this, with AJ Lee coming back to WWE, should slaughter AEW, like, without question. This should be, like, it comfortably no longer a threat to WWE. I don't get that. Despite the handicaps that Tony Khan tends to give himself, like I said, the Death Riders stuff, which we can group get Daniel Garcia's heel turn with that. The what's it called? The short term booking and lack of storylines. The weird booking of the acclaimed, booking the wrong pushing the wrong person to get on TV every week, and then now potentially doing a reunion. I have no idea. Um, it's really annoying. Oh, and of course, Mercedes burying the women's division entirely. I it's really annoying. Like these handicaps should like it should not even be a contest, and unfortunately we're in the situation where it is a contest. It is competition. AJ Lee coming back is not enough because uh, like it doesn't magically solve all the problems that WWE has had. Um and it's just so much right because another issue of 2025 WWE, we still have the fact that WrestleMania is the worst pay-per-view PLE out of every promotion throughout the year. Not even 2019 had that problem. AJ Lee coming back is great. It's probably the best decision they've done all year. You really need this needs to be only the start and not the what's it called, the end. So yeah, that's why. Like, I'm sure 2026 will come around, and I wouldn't be shocked if Tony Khan decides to do absolute buffoonery, and I start being annoyed about AEW because what's it called? New year, I guess. And like again, it's year by year at this point. We have to take it, but based on what I've seen for 9 months of 2025, WWE is in massive trouble. And it is not looking good at all. Uh, and the thing is, 2024 was not good either. But to in defense of WWE, hold on. Sorry about that. In defense of WWE, 2024 was just a bad year all around. It was just all bad. Honestly, 2024 might be like the worst year overall for all of pro wrestling uh in recent memory. Rather than just like, oh, WWE or AEW now 2024 may be the worst year of 2024. Just like 2024 may be the worst year for AEW, but it again, it sucked for WWE, it sucked for TNA, it sucked for everything. We had Gato as Booker of the Year for 2024. Basically nobody. That's how bad 2024 was. Let's not repeat 2024. Uh, because then pro wrestling as a whole might be in trouble. But 2025 has been in a strange, convoluted year, and unfortunately, it's like AEW is currently the best promotion of the year in like best wrestling promotion in 2025, and it has no business being that way. It has no right, and yet it is because of how awful every other promotion really, but especially WWE. Um, like TNA's biggest crime is what's it called? Their main star, their most over guy right now, the guy that everyone's wanting to be world champion is not world champion, and they're pushing it back again. Uh the same like they did with Joe Hendry. They're doing the same with Mike Santana. New Japan's biggest crime is continuing to push perhaps the worst wrestler in the roster in Evil. I'm sorry that like I'm sure he's a wonderful guy, but he sucks. And two, they had Takeshita win the G1 instead of one of their younger guys like Suji or Finlay or I mean Gabe Kidd got injured and had to forfeit everything, but like no, like Yumura, whatever his name is. That's the biggest crime that they had to rely on Takeshita to win the G1, which good for Takeshita. We love Takeshita here in the Wolf Den, but WWE's biggest crime is one, their biggest show of the year is the worst big show, pay-per-view, PLE, whatever you want to call it, out of the whole year in any promotion. This is not debatable. This is not up for argument. It was. Two, they have continued to push like the wrong people, the uh like the wrong storylines to go on pay-per-view and or just not push people at all in this in people like Carmelo Hayes, Pete Dunne and Tyler Bate, etc. That is the problem I have. Oh, and of course there is the stupid El Grande Americano gimmick, which is probably the worst gimmick I have ever seen since what's it called? Vince's booking of late big dog Roman Reigns. Like this is genuinely like dog food for Roman Reigns level of humiliation. It is awful. They need to end it immediately. Uh so yeah, this is just and it's like Tony Khan's biggest crime, like biggest problems are Death Riders, which was mainly a problem, uh, only because of Moxley. Moxley was the main problem of the Death Riders, and now he's not really sabotaging himself anymore. Um, so it's like, whatever. And then like random heel turns and uh choices like Daniel Garcia turning heel, double turn of the Acclaimed, etc. Uh, not doing, and then of course there's also the women's blood and guts and C2 that will not exist because of imaginary injury bugs. Like he has plenty of women that is fitting for a women's blood and guts and a women's C2, and he's not doing it. I don't know. Maybe he wants Thunder Rosa or Britt Baker. Please no. Um, or something. But you have enough women. But I digress. Uh, but yeah. We're gonna keep it a little short. AJ Lee back. Hopefully, this is a course correction. This is going to be the start of something new, kind of a domino effect into better WWE. I don't have my hopes up for 2025 because it's pretty much too late for that. Maybe 2026. With her back, 2026 will help reset expectations, reset my thoughts on WWE, and things will be better. I certainly hope so because I'm happy for CM Punk and AJ Lee. They're back in WWE. They're happy. How could I not enjoy that? And I'm sure the feud with Becky and Seth will be wonderful. But yeah, tonight is SmackDown. Unfortunately, we are opening with Piss Lover, which means I am probably not going to be on a SmackDown stream right away because I don't really care for Brock Lesnar. What Brock Lesnar has to say primarily. Um, and we do have Sami Zayn US Open Challenge. We do have Randy Orton and Drew McIntyre main eventing SmackDown. So maybe Cody will come back, but I mean, it's kind of needed at this point because if he doesn't, then WrestlePalooza might be in trouble. Tiffany versus Jade for the title happening tonight. Thank you, anyone who's come to watch. I am happy to do this. It's a little weird. I don't have a guest. We're gonna keep it a little short. These podcast episodes in Wolf Den Wrestling Podcast that are by myself solo podcast episodes are probably going to be shorter. We've kind of hit the 30-minute mark. I kind of said what I needed to say. So thank you again for joining, and I will see you guys later.